all of these leftists online who are making these clickbait videos about how Tesla stock is falling and that Elon Musk is going to go broke and that they're hoping for it because they want him to be, and by the way, I hate Elon Musk. He's an Afrikaner. He's not an American. He is a globalist. He is a multinational, walking, talking multinational corporation. He's a bad person. He's on ketamine. He's depressed. He plays video games as a grown man. As the richest person in the world, he brags about playing video games. Video games that all you do is just pound buttons. You just mash buttons. It's not like he's solving puzzles or doing anything, He's just playing dumb, shitty video games like the rest of the stupids in the world. Anyway, but these clickbait fucks who are doing this about Elon Musk and Tesla's stock. Teslas are going under. Tesla has lost 40% of its value. And Tesla right now is trading at 287, I believe. This is a recovery from 225. People are saying, well, because the president has endorsed Tesla, that's one reason that the stock keeps just correcting. It goes down and then goes back up. Because we all know about finance, stocks must go down. There must be crashes or lower so you can buy more of the stock and make money on it. There has to be downs for there to be profitable, for there to be ups. That's capitalism. That's the stock market. The venture capitalists who got Donald Trump elected and are in the PayPal mafia, they have more money than they know what to do with. I'm not exaggerating. They have more money than they know what to do with. So they will never, and this is the part that I have a problem with the leftists or these people who are using clickbait for whatever purposes and whatever reasons they're doing it, whatever their intentions. They're using all this clickbait shit because people are pissed at Elon Musk right now and are rooting for his stock to go down. I'm rooting for his stock to go down too, but I'm not an unsophisticated moron about money and politics. Why the stock market it'll go down 600 points, the next day it'll be up 600 points and it'll correct itself and it'll stay over 41 or 42 for the Dow Jones. And never mind the corruption of the S&P 500 and how you can choose which stocks you want to talk about. Those things the financial world is so corrupt. The banking industry is so fucking corrupt that there is so much currency out there. There is so much money that's being flooded into the stock market that has zero interest in making a profit. They just want to maintain stock levels at certain stocks at a high level. For their own value, they own these companies, they'll buy back the stock and increases the stock price. But that's not what's happening here. And also, in addition, throw in algorithmic trading. Throw in the quants, the smart guys mathematically that used to be engineers and used to go into scientific stuff. Now they're going into Wall Street to make money because that's all that matters. Because nerds want, these nerdy guys who never got a sniff of ass in high school are now, which is, by the way, very important to understand these people's mentality about how they feel about women, how they feel about human beings in general. But these algorithmic trades that are making thousands of trades per minute, sometimes per second, they're making thousands of trades because they're an algorithm. So they'll lose a little money here, but gain a little money here a stock like Tesla never will go down, even though every Cybertruck has been recalled, even though EU is banning Cybertrucks and boycotting Tesla. His price today is still almost $280 a share. He'll lose, what is $100 billion to Elon Musk anyway? It's not like somebody came to his bank account and took $100 billion. That's market capitalization. That's money that he could raise through his stock. And what his stock value could potentially be, and what the market is saying about his stock and how much it's worth. And if you think Peter Thiel, right? If you think any of these guys are going to let Tesla's stock dip any significant way to threaten Tesla, if it would ever beat 100, it will never get to under 200. It will never, because the industry won't let it. The banking industry, the finance industry, the investment industry, they won't let it. And you can throw in Elon Musk's cult of little wannabe future billionaires, but they're not enough to keep the stock that high. They're getting hundreds of millions of dollars influxed into these stocks to maintain them at perhaps an artificial height. But it's not artificial because that's what every bank goes off of. Oh, Elon his stock is worth $280 a share, and he's got X amount of shares. We'll lend him money based on that. This is all a con and a scam. The whole stock market is rigged against you, the average investor. You can make money day trading. I know people that do. I know people that have made money. Most of us who have a 401k, not most of us who have a 401k, everyone who has a 401k through a company is invested in the stock market. The government is invested in the stock market. Something like 40% of the stocks are owned by the United States government or have been invested in by the United States government. They have kept this thing artificially propped up for so long and these companies protected for so long that now they're untouchable. Do you remember the term too big to fail? This is how finance has corrupted the stock market, has corrupted investment, and has corrupted the whole idea that if you are not a good business person and you make a shitty product, that eventually your stock will go low enough that there'll be a margin call and that your company will either have to pay its debts or will have to go under or declare bankruptcy. That will never, ever, ever, ever happen with Tesla. Tesla still makes cars. And it doesn't matter how many people protest or set Teslas on fire or go to the dealerships and protest. Doesn't matter when it concerns the stock market. As long as people are still purchasing those stocks, as long as portfolios and hedge funds are still buying those stocks at the rates that they're buying them at, and then throw in the quantum accounting and throw in all of that bullshit and the algorithmic trades, Elon Musk is going nowhere. Financially, Elon Musk will just continue to be profitable. SpaceX isn't even a public company. You can buy shares you can invest in it, but you can't buy, it's not public. You can't buy shares. Elon Musk is going nowhere. So I would suggest, instead of you lying to people on YouTube for clicks and Patreon members, that you tell the truth, especially if you're an investor type. There are investors, people who invest, who try to get you to invest with them, who will tell you, who try to get on the moral high ground with Elon Musk. Oh, he's a bad guy and he's putting people out. He wants to privatize everything and everything's going to be AI and robots and and he's lying about going to Mars. All those things are true. But then you're asking people to invest with you. Oh, by the way, invest with me. Learn how to invest with me while I make another video about how Elon Musk is in trouble. And I do a YouTube click page of Elon Musk in trouble. Tesla stock burns. People protest. And then you look at the stock market and it's 280. Oh, it's 290. Oh, it'll probably be at 300 by, And it will correct. It just keeps correcting. Oh, it goes down a few points, and then it goes back up. And then it goes back down, and it goes back. Same thing with the stock market. Donald Trump is putting just slapped on additional tariffs. It's not even affecting the stock market because the people who control the stock market won't let it. They love Donald Trump. The finance industry, the whole banking industry loves Donald Trump. Corporations and businesses love that motherfucker because he wants to cut taxes and deregulate and lower consumer protections and lower labor standards. That's their wet dream. That's what conservatives have been trying to do. Republicans have been trying to do for the last fucking 100 years. That's their goal. Privatization, fuck over the worker, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Take the standards off of everything so you can pollute and dump shit in, because rich people don't live in the parts of town where the industry is. They live far, far away from it and can afford to even live farther and farther away from it if they have to. So they don't have to see the degradation or the blight. Their kids don't breathe the air, drink the water. So that's what they've always wanted. They don't care. And so these clickbait fucking cocksuckers who are supposedly, they come off as leftists, they're just business people. Their relationship with you on YouTube is fucking transactional. That's it. And they'll lie to you. They'll make some bullshit. And I see these guys do this all the time. Sitting in front of their fucking camera and talking about things, saying things that aren't true about Tesla, about the stock market, about the Democratic Party. I fucking hate Tesla. I fucking hate Elon Musk. I fucking hate the stock market. I fucking hate the Democratic Party. I fucking hate the Republican Party. I hate the United States government, and I hate the fucking empire. Period. That's where I stand. I don't want this. I don't want it to go back. I don't ever want it to go backwards to where it was when Joe Biden was president or Trump for the first. I don't want it to go back to that. I want this thing to burn to the fucking ground. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of all of the pain and suffering, and it just gets worse and worse. And until there is a legitimate revolution where people say, we simply will not stand for this anymore. You don't need a movement. You don't need leaders. You need to individually say, I'm not tolerating this more, and I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to bring this up, and I'm not going to let people bullshit me anymore and lie to me. I'm not going to give you my clicks. I'm not going to give you my Patreon. I'm not going to give you any of my shit because you're a lying clickbait fuck who is telling me what I want to hear because right now people are outraged at Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They're thinking about Social Security. They're thinking about the Department of Education. Health and Human Services just announced they're going to lay off 10,000 people. They're going to, RFK, who comes from the Kennedy family, who hasn't had a bad day in his life that a snow cone couldn't fix. And that motherfucker is a rich guy. Another fucking scion of a fucking coming in and fucking cutting people's jobs. Eliminating jobs because he thinks that it's too bloated and he thinks that there's too much regulation in certain places and not enough in others. And we need to get rid of all of the things. And by the way, good. Do this to the point where people start to get pissed off. Keep going. And maybe they will stop supporting this system. Maybe they will see how blind they're being, how they're being absolutely savaged by capitalism every day of their life. That's what's got to happen here from the left. Not this Elon Musk having a bad day. Elon has a bad day. Elon gets exposed. Elon's in trouble. Elon's concerned about Tesla. He isn't. He came on Fox News. Fox News is a propaganda arm of the Republican Party. That's what fucking Fox News is, period. It's conservative propaganda. And he came on and he taught and said that they're all criminals and that people should be fucking arrested. They're already arresting protesters. They just arrested a kid at Tufts who's a graduate student who was deported, had their citizenship because they wrote an op-ed piece about Palestine, about the genocide in Gaza. This is where it needs to go. People are like, Jason, people are going to, they are. People are going to be hurt. This is what revolution is. Nobody said that the human experience was supposed to be fucking easy. Nobody said that. Nobody ever told you that life was easy or that politics was easy or that anything that you have to do that's going to make any difference is easy. It's not easy to get together on a Saturday and feed the homeless. It's because it takes time and money and food and energy and people, and it's not easy. We live in a society where we want everything to be easy. We want everything to be now, and we want it to be easy. Or we want somebody else to deal with it. We're past that. That's not ever going to work. That's a rich man's view of the world. That's a middle class view of the world. It shouldn't be the working class. If you're working class and you listen to this, you should fucking understand how fucking difficult it is being working class. Every day of your life, you wake up with aches and pains because you work a physical job. You have to work 5 days a week, and sometimes you have to work one of the days on the weekends. Sometimes you have to work 10 hours a day. Sometimes you have to work in bad weather, cold, hot warehouses, cold warehouses, cold job sites, hot job sites. You're the backbone. Working class people are the fucking backbone of this fucking country, of the fucking planet. And maybe through technological advancements, we finally rise out of this notion of leadership that has never been good for the working class people. Don't give me the New Deal. Don't give me any of that bullshit. That was in the 1940s when that happened. We are not in the 1940s anymore. We're almost 100 years from that. It's time to take this government down and get to the left part of it, to get to more of a socialism. And if you don't want socialism, let's break this country the fuck up and be done with it already. But stop paying attention to people who are telling you Elon Musk and Tesla's stock are going to fail, because the venture capitalists and the algorithms will never let that fucking happen. So stop being a stupid and a sucker and challenge these motherfuckers who make these videos. Leave comments, DM them, whatever. Thank you for listening and have a fantastic day.